many different species of bird on our planet, some more beautiful than others, and some more expensive than others. It will come as a surprise when you find out how much some bird species can cost. If you want to find out, just sit tight and watch as we count down 15 most expensive birds in the world. Number 15. Wood duck bird. Wood ducks have a unique shape among birds. Boxy crested head, a thin neck, and a long broad tail. In flight, they hold their head up high, sometimes bobbing it. Overall, their silhouette shows a skinny neck, long body, thick tail, and short wings. In good light, males have a glossy green head cut with white stripes, a chestnut breast, and buffy sides. In low or harsh light, they look dark overall with paler sides. Females are gray-brown with white speckled breast. In eclipse plumage, late summer, males lose their pale sides and bold stripes, but retain their bright eye and bill. Juveniles are very similar to females. Unlike most waterfowl, wood ducks perch and nest in trees and are comfortable flying through woods. Their broad tail and short broad wings help make them maneuverable. When swimming, the head droops back and forth much as a walking pigeon does. You often see wood ducks in small groups, keeping apart from other waterfowl. Listen for the female's call when these wary birds flush. Look for wood ducks in wooded swamps, marshes, streams, beaver ponds, and small lakes. They stick to wet areas with trees or extensive cattails. As a cavity nester, wood ducks take readily to nest boxes. All depending on where you can find a wood duck, it can cost in the hundreds of dollars. Number 14. Goldien finch. The Goldien finch is a small, strikingly colored member of the finch family. Its remarkable plumage has made it very popular among pet bird enthusiasts. They are very passive birds that are meant to be simply observed in captivity, as they do not like to be handled. Goldien finches are native to northern Australia, where they once formed large flocks. The attractive coloration of these finches is what endears them to pet bird owners. They sport brightly colored red, green, yellow, black, and purple feathers, and are one of the most colorful of all the Australian birds. As with most finches, they have two long and pointy tail feathers. These are quiet little birds that do not sing complicated songs. They do make a persistent chirping sound that is not too loud nor unpleasant. Goldien finches are not known to mimic human speech. Below is a short video that demonstrates their beauty and vocalization. Though they are intelligent, their reluctance to be handled means they are very difficult to train for even simple behaviors like stepping up. It can be done with extreme patience, but if the bird's temperament may make it impossible in your individual case. Your interaction with these birds is primarily from afar, simply observing and enjoying their splendid colors. You will pay at least $100 for a Goldien finch, with some color mutations costing much more. You also need to be prepared to buy a large cage and provide a high-quality diet. These birds are not destructive and will not go through a lot of toys or purchase. So after, your initial cost maintenance is inexpensive. Number 13. White peacocks. Peacocks are a spectacular sight to behold, particularly when the males flash their colorful tail feathers. But one rare type of peacock makes a spectacle even without all the gold color. The white peacock is a variation of the blue peacock native to the Indian subcontinent, but is now bred in captivity around the world. Why is the white peacock without color? Some would be quick to guess that they're albino, but that's not the case. White peafowl have a genetic mutation called leucism. This causes the inability of pigment to be deposited into their feathers, which results in a white appearance. Given their unique appearance, it should come as no surprise that white peacocks are highly prized. Historically, they symbolize purity, eternity, and unconditional love. While some white peacocks can be found in the wild, it's more common that they are the results of selective breeding and held in captivity, where they can live for up to 50 years. The white peacock can run anywhere between hundreds of dollars to over $1,000. Some white peacocks can cost up to $1,500. Number 12. African Grey. The African gray parrot is one of the most talented talking/mimicking birds on the planet, giving it quite a reputation among bird enthusiasts. Not only do bird keepers love this intelligent bird, it's one of the most recognizable species to bird novices as well. Everyone knows the African gray parrot. This parrot is one of the oldest species kept by humans, with records of the bird dating back to biblical times. Understated beauty and a brainy, no-nonsense attitude are what keep this parrot at the peak of popularity. At first glance, the African gray is a medium-sized, dusty-looking gray bird, almost pigeon-like, but further investigation reveals a bright red tail, intelligent orange eyes, and a stunning scallop pattern to its plumage. You can find an African gray parrot priced at around $1,500 on the lower end, and $3,500 on the higher end. This price varies only slightly depending upon which subspecies of the bird you buy. This will either be a Tennant African gray or Congo African gray, with Congo African gray being the most common option. Number 11. Eclectus. Eclectus parrots come in a variety of subspecies, including the Grand Eclectus, the Voss Mary, and the Solomon Island Eclectus, which is the most commonly found eclectus in captivity. Originating in the Solomon Islands, this bird is prized for its stunning appearance and great pet quality. A little harder to find than some of the other parrots of this size, Solomon is easily recognizable once you do find one. You can't miss an eclectus. Their feathers do not have a distinct outline like the feathers of other birds. Eclectus parrots look as if they are covered with a fine fur, and along with their day-glow colors, the effect is astounding. Eclectus are dimorphic, meaning that there are visual distinctions between the sexes. Males are bright green and have a horn-colored beak, with a splash of bright blue on the wing and a bright red underwing. The females are stunning red with deep violet belly and a black beak. In fact, because of these differences, these birds were not bred successfully for many years because breeders were putting males with males and hens with hens. It wasn't until a couple of decades ago that someone realized that the green birds were male and the red birds were female. If you can collect this from a reputable breeder, it will cost you between $600 and $2,000 depending on the subspecies. Number 10. American Goldfinch. This handsome little finch, the state bird of New Jersey, Iowa, and Washington, is welcome and common at feeders, where it primarily takes sunflower and azure. Goldfinches often flock with pine siskins and common redpolls. Springbills are brilliant yellow and shiny black with a bit of white. Females and all winter birds are molt dull, but not identifiable by their conical bill, pointed notched tail, wing bars, and lack of streaking. During molts, they look bizarrely patchy. The price of this beautiful fowl is $765. It comes in a beautiful color combination of black and yellow. Number 9. North Cardinal. The North Cardinal is a large, long-tailed songbird with a short, very thick bill and prominent crest. Cardinals often sit with hunched-over posture and with a tail pointed straight down. North Cardinal is found in North and South America and has the perfect red color. The beak of this fowl is cardinal gold and is commonly known as the cardinal bunting. The total length of this fowl is 12 centimeters and is the very light weight that is 85 grams. It is difficult to recognize as it also resembles another Catholic fowl that is common in America. Their most favorite food is sunflower and sunlight, for which they come out from their nests. The price of this North Cardinal fowl is $800. Number 8. Mountain Bluebird. Mountain bluebirds are fairly small thrushes with round heads and straight, thin bills. Compared with other bluebirds, they are lanky and long wings with a long tail. Mountain bluebird is the bird that is recognized by its black and blue eyes. It is a very beautiful fowl because of its colors. It is the medium-sized bird, and the weight of this bird is 30 grams. It is a very thin bird and has bright wings, and the female version of this bird comes in dull blue color. It likes to eat small insects, and insects are their main food. It also loves to eat berries and peanuts other than insects. The price of this mountain bluebird is estimated to be $850. The beauty of this fowl is worth seeing and attractive. Number 7. Northern Baltimore Oriole. Northern Oriole indicates that this bird is from the north. It is commonly called the Baltimore Oriole. It is a small bird that migrates from one place to another, but loves to live only in northern areas. It moves towards mate in the breeding period and then returns after giving birth to its babies. The rich, whistling song of the Baltimore Oriole echoing from treetops near homes and parks is a sweet herald of spring in eastern North America. Look way up to find these singers. The male's brilliant orange plumage blazes from the high branches like a torch. Nearby, you might spot the female weaving her remarkable hanging nest from slender fibers. Fond of fruit and nectar as well as insects, Baltimore Orioles are easily lured to backyard feeders. Unlike robins and many other fruit-eating birds, Baltimore Orioles seem to prefer only ripe, dark-colored fruit. Orioles seek out the darkest mulberries, the reddest cherries, and the deepest purple grapes, and will ignore green grapes and yellow cherries even if they are ripe. It has a very cool voice and sings in an impressive manner which is appreciated by most people. The price of the Northern Oriole is $850. Number 6. Scarlet Tanager. Scarlet Tanager is an American bird and is medium in size. It is a very smart bird which belongs to the cardinal breed of birds. The physical appearance of this bird resembles the cardinal bird. It comes in bright red color that has dark black wings. The body of this bird is olive and yellowish. Primarily insectivorous during the summer, scarlet tanagers also eat fruit during migration and on the wintering grounds. They spend much of their time skulking among the wide leaves of deciduous trees in the forest canopy, where they are hard to see. They sing a berry, rambling song and give a distinctive, harsh chick-bird call. Scarlet tanagers breed in deciduous and mixed deciduous evergreen forests in eastern North America. They're somewhat sensitive to habitat fragmentation, so look for them in large, undisturbed tracts of forests. During migration, they move through a broader variety of forests and shrubby habitats, as well as backyards. The price of the scarlet tanager is $900, which is a little expensive than some other available in the world. Number 5. Ayam Cemani Chicken. The Ayam Cemani had certainly had people talking excitedly about it over the last few years. It is a totally black bird, inside and out, so as you can imagine, it has been associated with the dark arts, especially in its own country of Indonesia. Not just possessed of black feathers, but literally black to the core. Its eyes, meat, skin, and even the bones are completely black. Pretty much everything but its blood is black, and if a breeder could find a way to make that much as well, we're sure they would. These have been called the Lamborghini of chickens, and the price tag shows it. They're thought of as good luck charms, with the blood and other parts of the bird being used in traditional medicine preparations. The Ayam Cemani is said to have magical powers that can facilitate communication between the living and the spiritual world. As such, it is used as a sacrificial bird to please the gods. Its flesh is rarely eaten in Indonesia. An adult Ayam Cemani can run up to $2,500, so it would probably be more cost-effective to buy your chickens as chicks and raise them yourselves. The average cost for the Ayam Cemani chick is around $200. Number 4. Hyacinth macaw. The hyacinth macaw is possibly the most stunning of the macaw family, and is certainly the largest. It is the largest of all parrots. Originally from Brazil, Paraguay, and Bolivia, the hyacinth is the Great Dane of companion birds, with a mature male reaching over 40 inches in length. Very few people have a hyacinth macaw as a companion, and will probably only have the pleasure of seeing one in a zoo or a larger bird shop. Despite its size, penchant for destruction, loudness, and expense, this blue macaw is the penultimate companion bird for the person who has the time, patience, and wallet to properly keep this beautiful beast. The hyacinth macaw is a stunning cobalt color all over its body, with a ring of bright yellow around its eye, and the same color yellow at the base and the corners of its beak. It is often referred to simply as a blue macaw. The hyacinth is not twice as large as other large macaws, though its big personality makes other macaws seem like dwarves in its presence. The hyacinth macaw has a very powerful beak that can easily crush seeds and even coconuts. We can see this bird in the animated movie called Rio. The price of this fowl is estimated to be $1,200. Number 3. Toko Toucan. Measuring 63.5 centimeters in length, the Toko Toucan is the largest of all toucans. Its black body and white throat are overshadowed by its most recognizable trait, a large colorful beak. The bright orange beak is about 19 centimeters long, 1/3 of the bird's total length. But despite its substantial size, the beak weighs less than you may think. Composed of the protein keratin, the structure of beak incorporates many air pockets, allowing for a very low mass. Furthermore, recent research has concluded that toucans regulate body temperature by adjusting the flow of blood to their beak. More blood flow means more heat is released. When toucans sleep, they tuck their beak under their feathers to keep them warm. Toko toucans also use their beaks to pluck and peel fruit, their main source of food. In addition, the beak houses a flat tongue of the same length, which helps the toucan catch insects, frogs, and reptiles. Toko toucans also occasionally eat the eggs of other birds. It is commonly found in southern Mexico, South America, and the Caribbean. It is available at the price of $5,000. Number 2. Black Palm Cockatoo. The largest cockatoo, the black palm cockatoo or Goliath cockatoo, is strikingly beautiful. This species is not naturally affectionate. However, with extensive training, hand-fed black palm cockatoos can make excellent tame pets. This species thrives when it is socialized. Like other cockatoos, it craves regular interaction with its owners. This bird's large size, beak strength, and uneven temperament make it most suitable for experienced bird owners. These bold parrots require a fearless owner to match. The black palm cockatoo can be a good pet, but don't expect it to be as affectionate as other parrots. To tame this species, the bird requires a lot of attention and consistent training. It is a brilliant and social bird, so if you're persistent, you can get this bird to follow your commands. You can teach this species to perform many simple tricks with time and positive reinforcement. This is one of the very few bird species that will use tools. In natural habitat, male birds will use a large stick to drum against a hollow tree before choosing where to build a nest. This drumming can be heard for up to 100 yards. When the stick breaks, it becomes part of a new nest. This behavior puzzles many scientists who study birds. Some scientists believe that females listen to the drumming, then decide if it's a suitable nesting spot. Other scientists believe it is a sign of a male marking its territory. The black palm cockatoo is mostly seen in the rainforests of Australia and New Guinea. The diet of this bird is very hard to find and is difficult to breed. The price of this beautiful bird is almost $16,000, which is very expensive. Number 1. Racing pigeons. Unfortunately, pigeon racing is a hobby that is deadly to the birds used. Racing hobbyists strive to selectively breed or purchase champions. They control every aspect of care in an effort to increase their chances of winning. Pigeon racers then release millions of domestic racing pigeons hundreds of miles from their homes. In competitions, most of the birds won't survive. The birds aren't racing at all. They're just flying their hearts out, trying to get back to their home. A great many will never get home. They will die trying. Pigeon racers will tell you the birds that don't make it home join up with flocks of feral rock pigeons. But this is true for only a very, very few. Check every pigeon flock you see for branded birds. A racing pigeon was displayed in an auction in Belgium in 2013 and was sold at the high price of $6 million. It is the fastest bird in the whole world. It is available at the price of $90,900 on the market. It is a perfect breeding bird which is expensive to own and purchase. I'm sure you never thought birds could be that expensive. After all, they're just birds. Well, that's it for our countdown of the 15 most expensive birds in the world. Join us next time for another amazing countdown. Until then, have a good one.
And based on how all-around fantastic this all-electric SUV is, we think it's a sign of great things to come. Though technically a mid-size crossover.